What's going on, everybody?
Quote, best displays
All right,
that we've ever
let's
brought
go
in.
here.
What's your
I have it set to 3-minute quarter, so we get enough games in.
Up next, the Lakers taking on the Timberwolves. For the Los Angeles Lakers, the journey of a new season starts now. Let's see if the work from the offseason pays off. T-Wolves, Lakers, coming up next.
This has been one heck of a day.
And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there and get the new season of NBA basketball underway. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. And let's see what the Minnesota Timberwolves have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Toronto Raptors.
And looking at that Mavericks matchup, that will be their fourth outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Camp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3.
There we go.
Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for Los Angeles, at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Now here's Doncic. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Reeves against Edwards. Down low. And Gobert with the stuff.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
James against McDaniels. Doncic into the lane. And Doncic hammers it home.
How about the dunk off the drive? Doncic, terrific at navigating his way inside.
James against McDaniels. Randle outside. Back to Edwards. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Hayes. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. And this summer saw the passing of Laker legend, 3-time Basketball Hall of Famer, the logo, Jerry West, an all-star every year of his outstanding playing career before going on to have such a successful career as a coach and as an executive. Guys, this league will bear his imprint forever. Jerry West will be missed.
An all-time great. Okay, Shams, thank you.
Wow, Julius Randle. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
The shot by Reeves, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Count it.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Doncic against Conley. And Doncic with the jam.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Randle outside. Back to Conley. Pass to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers with a rebound.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Here's Doncic. Yes, it's good. Doncic has got 8 points.
Ooh,
He scored every single point for us.
No one can guard him out there.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Allie, thank you. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Some changes for Los Angeles. Finney Smith's checked in for Hachimura, and Connect subbed in for Reeves. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. 1:52 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Randall. James against McDaniels. Back to Randall. On the take, over Finney Smith. Randall, good.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randall is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Got it. 10 points for him.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Conley. Still no points. There's the triple. It's Hayes with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Doncic against Gobert. James, left side. Shot clock at 5. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Not enough on that one as it misses.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Randall, count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
The Lakers trail. Outside, Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. And Mike Conley picks up the foul.
Nice.
That's his first foul.
All right. Let's see.
Pass to Connect. DiVincenzo with the steal. Here's Edwards. He can't hit that time.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And that's not going to go. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Sorry, that was killing my ears.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
On the court for Minnesota, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, then there's Edwards, and it's Garza in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, just a strong finish. Dalton Connect, not to be denied.
And Minnesota making a change here. Ingles is checked in.
Got it.
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
For 3, DiVincenzo gets the 3 ball to go. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game.
Here, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Minnesota in the lead. Alexander Walker, the pass to Edwards. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
And how about Edwards keeping his head up and spotting the open man?
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Hachimura's checked in for Vanderbilt. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Clark is checked in for Ingles. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
The
Yeah, I'm not
Timberwolves
taking
lead
that
by
shot
3.
again.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Clark, no good. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Here's Hachimura. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards, a pass to DiVincenzo. Right side, Alexander Walker. No good on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Back to Finney-Smith. Pass to Hachimura. Vincent outside. Knocks it loose. And
God
stolen
damn
by
it.
Clark. Edwards with it. Vincent picks him up. Here's Alexander Walker. And he comes up with a bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Lakers
I'm
trail
not
by
going to
5.
do so good in this
On the
first
wing,
game.
Hachimura. Here's Finney-Smith. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And Richard, after going undrafted back in 2016, what a career for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Approaching a decade in this league. He's been a starter for most of that time, but he continues to be the definition of a 3-and-D glue guy.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Clark. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Takes a step back. Conley passes to Gobert. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And let's take
Thank God for that.
the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. 5th, the Timberwolves.
It was an intimidating brand of defense they played. They sent the message that if
Finally
you were going to
something
get
good
your
happened.
points in the paint, you were going to have to work for them.
LeBron, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Luka Doncic comes in for Reeves. Doncic on the wing. Will it go? Doncic throwing his weight around.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same
What the
attitude.
hell?
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And some changes here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt comes in for Finney-Smith. And Goodwin is subbed in for Vincent. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in. Now, here is James. To the inside. Here's Hachimura. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Oh, the mid-range shot has always been Hachimura's best weapon, but he's adapted and has become more consistent beyond the arc.
And so he's
Well,
able
at
to
least
get
I got
or two.
one of them.
Richard, it's nice to have the versatility of a guy like Hachimura. Equally comfortable at either forward position.
Well, he's got the size and strength of a modern-day NBA power forward, but he also has the ability to stretch the floor and knock down a 3. That's a nice combo.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Lakers trail by 5. Now Doncic. 12 points for him. Pass to Hachimura. Back to James. Can't hit from in close.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
McDaniels, a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Randle. That shot missing. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. The Lakers have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. To the middle. Hachimura, the pass to Goodwin. Shot clock at 6. Here's James. Randall pulls down the board.
Doesn't go with the
Give
second
the
time.
defender credit, willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Pass to Conley. Now DiVincenzo. Now Conley. McDaniels from long range. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. McDaniels got 6 here in the quarter. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Timberwolves ahead. Up by
Yeah, I'm
8.
definitely
And we'll
losing
be
this
right
first
back
one.
after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
My head's not in it.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the detail.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end,
And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams in that first half.
when you've got two great players going,
Thanks for tuning in.
How's everybody
We've got
doing
third quarter
tonight?
Basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
Well, they would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Ooh, LeBron rising to the challenge.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Edwards with it. He's covered by Reeves. Edwards can't hit.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
And here's Doncic. He's guarded by Conley. Doncic! You see the strength.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Here's Randall. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Randall's got 8 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Let's see how last year's top scorers stack up on the 2K leaderboard. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
For him, it was a season to remember, and I think his fans would say the same.
Lakers trail by 9. Oh, Doncic playing above the rim.
I'll take it.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
And there's the screen. Pass to Randall. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The Lakers have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. James deciding where to go with it. Doncic with it. Oh, Luka inside, just finding a way.
As always, Doncic attracts a lot of attention, makes a lot of tough shots with hands in his face.
Outside McDaniels. Offensive board. Fires the 3. Here's Gobert. And another shot. And McDaniels with the layup. He's got 11.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Hachimura outside. No good with the triple.
If they just
I gotta
continue
stop
to
taking that
dominate the
three.
boards.
Here's Edwards. That one doesn't drop. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. James with the ball, and it's Gobert picking him up. And there it is for him. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Now this is just too easy for Conley. The D can't allow him to get this close to the basket.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Doncic finds Hachimura. McDaniels against James. Back to Hachimura. 6 to shoot. Over McDaniels. And it's
No good.
Hachimura missing.
They're losing because
I knew it.
he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
And the basket by Edwards.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
There's the 3. That one's good from Hachimura on the assist by Doncic. Hachimura's got 7 points in the game. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Outside McDaniels. The putback. Rebound by the Lakers. Hayes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Reeves the pass to James. And it's Hachimura missing.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
From deep, Conley. The shot comes out, and we've reached the end of the third. It's Minnesota. They lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports.
At least I'm not getting killed.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. We've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid. And it's Clark in at the 4 slot. Now here's DiVincenzo. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Lakers on D. 7-point differential. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Pass to Hachimura. From downtown. Reed with the rebound.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He questioned his team's effort, asking them, should I put in the bench right now? Wake up, guys. We can still win this game, but I need you all to play like you believe you can. Not exactly a fun huddle to listen in on, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for Minnesota. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
He gives gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Knocked away. Here's Hachimura. No good. Had a chance to win the run
Oh,
there.
for the love of
To
God.
credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
To the paint. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
And it's Hachimura missing.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Lakers trail by 15. Vincent, right side. Now here's Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker.
I just want this game to be over.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Clark with it. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Reed. Here's Vincent. Finished off the break.
Every time
I really
this
just
man
want
gets
this
an
game
assist,
over.
It feels like every other night he just moves up the all-time leaderboard.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Clark. And McDaniels is subbed in for Alexander Walker. Now here's Edwards. Shot from the mid-range. Here's Gobert. Oh! Gobert hammers it home.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Hachimura from long range. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Second team.
1:50 left in the final quarter. Here's Edwards. Get up, Anthony Edwards.
Oh my, Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Lakers trail by 14. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Conley passes to McDaniels. Now Edwards. James with the rebound. Hayes, the pass to Hachimura. Here's Reeves. Hayes with it. Back to Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. From the arc. Pure from three-point range. Hachimura's got 6 here in the quarter.
Looking cool and comfortable from the corner is Hachimura.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Timberwolves.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Anthony Edwards.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
And here's Hayes. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's slammed in by Hachimura. And here's Minnesota now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Lakers on Luka Doncic. That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul. Shooting for Minnesota.
Free throw drops for Conley.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. So we we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jaden McDaniels.
Oh, say does that.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. And they're down a star player. Who knows how long that'll continue. Tough to compensate, to say the least.
It's tough enough to win in this league when you're at full strength. Missing a cornerstone player makes it that much harder.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Martin. And it's Jones in at the point. Here's Reeves. Really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. On the clock. Here's Hayes. The rebound by Richards. And
Here
it's
we
Jones
go again.
with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons. The sharpshooter's rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach, but the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting.
It's obvious Bill is a bona fide scorer, but he's no ball hog. I mean, he's willing to set other people up, too.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. We spoke about how his team is prepared to try and defend Bradley Beal tonight. Coach said we want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible. Make somebody else be the playmaker and scorer. That's our goal. It's a difficult challenge. We'll see if they're successful. Guys?
Thanks, David.
In rhythm, quick trigger, KD at his best.
Now, here's Doncic, defended by Richard. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jones. Outside, Martin. His three-pointers off the mark. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Back to Reeves. And he dunks it down.
Reeves has understated size for a guard, attacking that rim.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam King. KD passes to Richards. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura.
Number 17.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
KD finds Richards. Over Reeves. The shot by KD. No good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Hayes down low. Defended by Richards. The shot's good from Hayes. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Now here's Jones. Coming in off a 10-point lead in his last outing. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Connect, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Suns here with a different look. Plumlee, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Royce O'Neal comes in for Kevin Durant. Dunn, he's checked in for Cody Martin. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Jones. Here's Doncic. James looking around. That's good from Doncic on the assist by James. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night. 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Beal kicks to Dunn. To halt the run. Oh!
He's useless.
He just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
Nice, unselfish passing there by Beal. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
Pass to James. Doesn't go that time. Dunn with some nice D. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay.
And Doncic throws it down.
Luka with so many physical gifts. Taking flight right there.
Suns trail by 3. Beal with it. Still without a basket. With 2 seconds left. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Boy, he sure can fill it up. You got to stay in his jersey.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Lakers lead by 1. And the second quarter about. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment now to quickly take a look
This
at
ain't
the
going to be a
offensive
good
approach
season
for the Lakers.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at
I can
will
see
on the
it now.
defense, just taking whatever they want.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
We've got Austin Reeves. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Vincent, and it's Connect in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, I've always felt like I belong. It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, is this confidence or cockiness? He told her, you're basically kind of the same thing. Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
The drive by Allen. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
And it's Connect in the corner. Pass to Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. Over Plumlee. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Suns have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And it goes down 2 points.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Phoenix leading by 4. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Vanderbilt against Durant. Vanderbilt's shot is good. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Durant. Durant sets a screen for Allen. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now connect. Dunn covering. Now Vincent. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. 1:56 left to play here in the half. Allen against Reeves. This one for three. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Lakers trade. Here's Finney-Smith. Now, here's Vanderbilt. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Hachimura is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. James comes in for Connect. Goodwin's checked in for Austin Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. Doncic feeling it out. O'Neal with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. 56 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. There's Beal with the three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
We talk about guys with pure strokes. Beal's in that discussion.
O'Neal against Vanderbilt. Doncic outside to the wing right side. Here's Goodwin. Hachimura the pass to Goodwin. Shoots over Beal. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Phoenix leading by 7. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Martin kicks to Jones. A kick out to O'Neal. O'Neal on the wing. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And the Lakers making a change here.
Substitution for your Lakers, Jackson Hayes.
7 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. Doncic with a strong move inside.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Suns ahead. They lead by 5. It's all right, Dave. Thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans.
Taking a look at the Suns, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in their first matchup. Played with a lot of energy. We'll see if it...
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the
Down
Phoenix
by 5.
Suns.
This seems
I
familiar.
like how they've been hitting the ball.
Thanks for spending halftime.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. They've got Jones. Durant is out there with Martin. And there's Bradley Beal. And it's Richards in at the 5. Doncic rushes off the contact and hits. So Clark, the last couple NBA seasons, featuring 14 of the top 15 team offensive ratings in league history.
You know, I think that's testament to the skill level of the players. And certainly you hear some coaches talk about defense being legislated out of the game. It is an entertaining product. That's part of the drive for more offense. But I guess I could agree that there does need to be maybe a touch more balance and not so tilted toward the offense. Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 53s a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strength.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, DA. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. The Lakers second, the Suns fifth.
The percentage each of these teams shot was just outstanding. I mean, that's a result of unselfishness and great offensive rhythm.
Tries the spin move. Here's Richards, and that one is stuffed right through.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And the Lakers with another miss.
Damn it.
Phoenix leading by 3. Outside Durant. Fires from 14. Durant going to work inside.
Boy, that mid-range J from KD can put people to sleep, boy. Tough to guard him at all 3 levels.
One thing about the Lakers, Clark, over the last couple seasons, they get themselves to the free throw line.
Yeah, and a lot of that is due to the fact they've got some real creators in their lineup, guys who can attack off the dribble at multiple positions from multiple angles, and that creates pressure for the defense.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. The Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third and finished off by KD.
Yeah, you know, they get it to Durant because they trust him. They got great confidence in him finishing in the open court.
Suns have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Jones kicks to KD. Martin with a screen on James. They get it back. Jones for 3. That shot is off. Lakers trail by 5. Here's LeBron. Doncic very comfortable down low.
I know Doncic takes pride in being able to produce for his team, and he's doing it at a high level here.
Jones against Doncic. Richards passes to KD. What a shot by Durant!
That should and would be a bad shot for most, but Durant's shooting ability is just that extraordinary.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up.
I can't take
things for
another
others.
loss.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Los Angeles making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Plumlee is checked in for Nick Richards. O'Neal comes in for Kevin Durant. And Allen subbed in for Martin. Back to Allen. 1:12 left in the third quarter. On target from 13 feet. Allen's got his second basket. Lakers trail by 6. And here is Doncic. 16 points for him. Finney Smith with it. On the wing, James. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Allen kicks to Beal. Driving to the basket.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
6-second difference between the shot and game plan. James, the pass to Reeves. Kicks it out to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. Over Allen. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from James.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Beal from long range. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Suns lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Connect out there with Vincent. And it's Finney-Smith in at center. That's the Laker 5. The putback. Nice follow-up by Katie. Boy, he is really relentless.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And Allen launches it from deep. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Durant dishes to Allen. Pass to Plumlee. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Dunn. That one drops for him. Dunn's got the lead up to 8 now for Phoenix.
Hey, it's all about W's for Durant. I mean, he understands that feeding open teammates is how you make that happen.
Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for Phoenix, Royce O'Neal's checked in for Plumlee. And Jones subbed in for Lee. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thank you, David. Durant feeling it out a bit. Oh, Durant gallops in for the slam.
Just a natural-born scorer. Kevin Durant is especially elusive and skilled at converting on the drive.
Connect. No good. Suns leading by 8. Here's Allen. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Hayes, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we reached the fourth quarter.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
It's stolen. Hachimura with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. James. LeBron fights his way through.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Austin Reeves is checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for Vincent, and then for Phoenix, Nick Richards. He's checked in for O'Neal. Martin comes in for Dunn. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Allen. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the seconds. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's James. That's his 4th miss. He's made 5 of 9. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 13 feet away. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Jones. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
An outstanding performance from Durant so far. But you know what? That's par for the course for him. He's just a natural scorer.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
Here's KD. Rebound the Lakers. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Hachimura.
And you see the composure of Hachimura, not feeling the pressure of the moment at all.
Here's Durant. It's hauled in by LeBron. The Lakers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
And Durant launches from deep. It's money from deep.
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. This guy relishes the moment.
Now Hachimura from downtown hits it from 3-point range.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Here's KD. Count it.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From the arc. Hachimura, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. 16 seconds left in the game. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
Shooting for Phoenix, Tyus Jones.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. The drive by James. And that's an intentional foul.
His 3rd personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. And the Lakers call time here. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And so they foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So the Suns win it, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, all right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
Let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's Ellis in at the 1. 5 to shoot. LaVine, good.
A shot LaVine can make work. I mean, he'll just exploit whatever gap he finds in the defense.
On the wing, Hachimura. Outside Reeves. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first move.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with JJ Redick. I asked Coach how they plan on bottling up DeMar DeRozan, and he kept the answer simple. Stay attached and stay in front of him. DeMar loves to get to his spots, and we know where those are, so we just have to make him work for it. I'm sure they'll be trying to limit his mid-range looks, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Doncic. DeRozan with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Murray with it. Back to DeRozan. Rejected by James.
That anticipation off the charts. Great job by LeBron to deny that one.
Doncic passes to Reeves. Missed inside. The Kings have gone 1 for 3 so far. Well, Brent, in his short career, Keegan Murray has shown flashes of stardom.
Yeah, and I think BA coming in, the idea was that Keegan Murray is going to be a complimentary wing shooter, and he's shown that he can do just that. He's taking strides as a defender, but his ability to shoot the ball and have confidence this early in his career, that's impressive.
Yep, that one's good.
Forget his age. LeBron is still one of the strongest players in the league.
LaVine with it. Ellis passes to LaVine. Sabonis with a screen on Reeves. LaVine. It's blocked. Murray against Hayes. Here's Reeves. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. And anything short of that is a failure.
And the Lakers making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. The Kings also with a sub. Monk's checked in. And the Kings call time here. All right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
For him, it was a season to remember. And
Just
I think
one
his
good
fans
game.
would
That's
say
all
the
I
same.
want. One good game.
Here's Sabonis. Monk passes to Murray. Left side, LaVine. They still need this. Rebound by the Lakers.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Here's Reeves. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
The Lakers lead by 6. Doncic on the wing. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense.
On.
Oh, boy. Looks like he was injured there.
And hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. That would be a big blow for them.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for the Kings. Carter comes in for Monk. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. A nice shot by Doncic.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
DeRozan looks it over. Driving to the basket, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Yeah, this has been DeRozan's signature move for over a decade, creating for himself off the drive.
Here's Connect. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Carter against Doncic. The ball's knocked loose. Carter, the pass to Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas just needs a little bit of airspace. He's so big, easy for him to get to the rim.
Pass to Doncic. Stolen by Carter. Here's Levine. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now. Now James. DeMar DeRozan grabs a miss. Rejected by James. And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Taking a look at Sacramento, Trey Lyles is out there with Doug McDermott. Then there's Markelle Fultz. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. And it's LaRavia in at the shooting guard position.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's LaRavia, and we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, it was all high fives and handshakes in the Lakers draft room when they selected Dalton Connect with the 17th pick. His ability to work off the ball and space the floor is seen as an ideal fit alongside the Lakers stars, and Coach J.J. Redick is more than familiar on how to capitalize Connect's skill set. The Lakers were shocked that Connect fell to them at 17. But guys, they are more than excited.
No question. All right, Shams, thank you. And it's Connect missing.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Fultz lays it up and banks it in. Fultz has got his second basket.
Nice offense here. Close in. Great bet to go.
Outside Vanderbilt. With the 10-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Kings trail by 5. Here's McDermott. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Greg, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Zach LaVine, he's checked in for the Kings. Ellis comes in for Fultz.
Still a force. LeBron looking ageless on that one.
For Sacramento, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Timeout call, Sacramento. Arabia's checked in for the Kings. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. 5th, the Lakers.
They were patient, and they were also unselfish. And it helps to have guys who are willing to make the next pass.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Ellis. No points so far. Here's Levine for three. The three-pointer is good from Levine.
And Levine knows he has the green light to take these shots, and his confidence is really impressive.
And now we'll send it over for a report on Malik Monk.
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Kings head athletic trainer. It looks like a strained Achilles tendon, not something to take lightly given the potential to aggravate that injury. Any injury is the last thing you want this earlier in the year, a bad break for them, Brian.
All right, that's good intel. We've definitely been thinking of him, and now we have some more clarity, guys.
Yeah, they now have all the information they need in order to determine the next steps.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's checked in for Finney Smith. Connect comes in for Reeves. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan comes in for LaRavia. Doncic outside. Beyond the arc. The Luka three. Money.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Pass to Valanciunas. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul.
Second team.
1:25 left to play in the second quarter. From about 16, he hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Oh, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. DeRozan dialing it in.
Back to Doncic. With the teardrop. Rebound by Sacramento. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
Fine with this team for a playoff spot last year. They got swept in the season series.
Pass to DeRozan. DeRozan right in the heart of the D.
And DeRozan is fearless, not afraid of getting inside and going up to score.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. And Sacramento with some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Murray comes in for Lyles. LaRavia subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Levine with the ball for the Kings. They trail by 1. Here's LaRavia. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From 13, Levine can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Whoa! Luka Magic!
Whoa! Not known for showing off, Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
Floats one. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he drops it first. Both free throws good from Levine. Fires away from way outside. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Lakers on top, leading by a point. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And greetings from the 2K studios. Here at
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
You take a look at the Lakers. It's been a painful start for them, 0-2. I know the season's young, but they're Probably feeling a little desperate for that first win.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Doncic.
There's virtually nothing you can do to stop him. I mean, you can't even contain him. He's been that great.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Let's find out the news on DeMar DeRozan. Allie, what's the update?
Guys, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for Sacramento. Right now, there's some pain and stiffness in the knee and some tenderness along the inside of the knee. Looks like a strained MCL. And just like that, he's right back out there. That's some toughness. I'm sure you guys can appreciate that.
All right, Allie, thanks. Well, we're all hoping he gets healthy quickly, guys.
Yes, we do. And these trainers are so good at what they do. Hopefully, they'll be able to get him back on the court soon.
Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Rui Hachimura is out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Man. Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Sacramento shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
Here's Doncic. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, the Kings are one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
Outside Murray. Pass to DeRozan. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. DeRozan's got 8.
Nice team first decision by Murray, giving it up to a guy with a better opportunity.
Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And the Kings call time here. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Sabonis, the pass to Murray. Unloads. Shot by Levine, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Outside Levine. Here's DeRozan. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. 13 points in the game. Here's Hachimura. Soft touch off the glass.
And Hachimura is such a skilled 4/3 man, good at using his size to take advantage there.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And And you look at the Kings, Brett. They've had several name changes over the years of their franchise.
Yeah, before becoming the Sacramento Kings, they were the Rochester Royals, and then the Cincinnati Royals, and then the Kansas City Kings, and then all of a sudden, let's get to the West Coast, and here comes the state capital of Sacramento. It's not really affected the winning, though, has it yet?
Murray, no good. The Lakers have gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. James, that's good.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
DeRozan outside. And stolen by Reeves. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Levine against Doncic. Jacks up a 3. And another miss by Sacramento.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Finney-Smith with it. Lyles on him. Finney-Smith's shot is off. Kings trail by 6. Here's Murray. That one a little long.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
Not the first, certainly not the last time we'll see this. LeBron finding airspace.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Levine against Doncic. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's James. Rebound by the Kings. Outside Levine. Cool, Levine in the paint.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
1 second left. The shot no good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? It's Los Angeles. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th quarter. We've got Jonas Valanciunas, Zach LaVine out there with Trey Lyles, and it's Ellis in at the point.
Punishing inside Valanciunas, getting room to do damage.
Here's Hachimura. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Connect. Vincent outside. Hachimura outside. Finney-Smith up top. Valanciunas covering. Hachimura outside. 4 on the clock. And the shot's good. And the Lakers lead by 5.
The D was there, but Hachimura is used to having to score against some aggressive coverage.
Pass to Ellis. Fires for 3. LeBron with the rebound. Ellis has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. James can't get it to go. And so it's Levine with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th.
Well, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had one in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
He gets it in there.
Just watching the King come down the lane with that kind of roar. Wow, ferocious.
The Kings call timeout. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Some changes for Sacramento. Sabonis, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Murray comes in for Lyles. And DeMar DeRozan is subbed in for LaRavia. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During the break, the coach of the Kings had some words for his team. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. James. Levine with a steal. Inside. Kicks it to DeRozan. From 12 feet. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
The hell was
One
that?
of the elite scorers in the league. DeRozan can beat you at all 3 levels.
Reeves, the pass to Hachimura. And here's James, defended by DeRozan. From deep, here's Doncic. That's miss number 5 on the night. 6 for 11 now. Here's Ellis. James with the block.
Oh, LeBron with suffocating defense. He can still get it done.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by Sacramento. Back come the Kings in transition. Tries to spin move. Levine, strong finisher.
Oh, you have to applaud Levine's work ethic. He gives his all to find points for his team.
Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
Look, give LeBron the ball and get out of the way. LBJ again.
1:51 left in the 4th quarter. James against DeRozan. James with the block. Ellis with a rebound.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Down low. Hachimura with a rebound. The Lakers lead by 5. Pass to James. Oh, LeBron! Just too much to handle inside.
LeBron is just dominating right now, aware of the defense, and has not feared one since he came into the league.
DeRozan against James. DeRozan passes to Murray. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And the physical style Murray plays with will serve him well in this league.
He hits the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. And Murray drops them both.
And those were big shots. At this point in the game, you can't afford to leave any points at the line.
Doncic with it, and Sabonis picks him up defensively. And here's Levine. Levine takes off. Some solid defense from James. And they go to the intentional foul. All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
And BA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. And so here's Sacramento.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
And an intentional foul right there. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout call, Sacramento. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what do you think?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
This is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. James against DeRozan. James, that's good. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Incredible feel for the game. LeBron knows when it's his job to set the tone offensively.
He drops it from range. Tipped away. And here's Sabonis outside. So we see the Lakers get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
LeBron, you've accomplished so much in this league. How have you been able to sustain it for so long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point. And I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations. And for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, you're a sponge for knowledge, and you have a great work ethic, and it's been fun to watch. Thanks, LeBron.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's leave you with our player of the game, LeBron James.
Oh, we got the first win.
And since the Phil Jackson era, Shams, the Lakers are now on their 7th, I can't even believe I'm saying, 7th coach in the last 14 seasons. What a turnstile that has been.
They're keeping us reporters busy, huh? To me,
Yeah, they are.
it's all about stability now moving forward with the Lakers. I do believe they intend to give their new head coach plenty of opportunities over the next few seasons to continue to coach and continue to be the coach for the long term. You have to figure out the recipe of success, not only now but moving forward. And the Lakers, from what I'm told, want to give their new head coach the opportunity to build for the long haul.
And I love what you said, the word stability. They need it in LA. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. In it forward for them, it's James and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint. On the basket by Jones.
Just a superb drive from Tyus Jones. Very opportunistic when he attacks the lane.
Here's Doncic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Now the Suns underachieving after going all in on Bradley Beal. Shams, is there a bit of panic, do you think, in the desert after last season?
The Suns are very much committed to their big three, but listen, there's no question the Beal contract is something they're going to have to live with. Still has a no-trade clause, and there were some flaws that were exposed. They were swept in the first round by Minnesota, but the Suns truly believe those flaws can be fixed, and they do have the talent to do it, even though Beal did have a down year.
Quickly, Shams, do they have a lot of wiggle room, though, to make changes?
They really don't have wiggle room. They have a top-heavy
Who the hell
team
left
that's
them
built on
open?
its 3 all-star caliber players. And I do believe as long as they can build around those 3 top guys, they're going to have a chance to compete. The question is, do you find the right pieces to build?
Now Hayes, following Durant's three-point attempt. James in the post, working on Plumlee. LeBron shot is off. For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Durant, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last
I need to get this
15
win.
years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura. The drive by LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Durant. He's got 5. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there, but this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard.
A lot better than the first time I played him.
Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, they're all fun to watch. Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. O'Neal comes in for Kevin Durant. Donnie's checked in for Martin. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Jones. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Allen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Dunn passes to Richards. Deal with it. He has yet to score. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Lakers on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back in...
Gotta watch those turnovers.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Connect. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Vincent in at the 1. Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, and all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. That certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. Allen, that's good. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So for the Suns, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. And Jones subbed in for Damian Lee. James checked in for the Lakers. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Here's Plumlee. Kicks it out to Allen. Fires the three. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Lakers leading by 5. Plumlee with the steal.
On.
Puts up a deep three. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist from Dunn. Jones has got 5 more.
As soon as it touched his hands, Tyus Jones was shot ready.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's on Kevin Durant. Martin's checked in for the Suns. Beal comes in for Allen.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. In whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Pass to Durant. Going up high, Kevin Durant.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. James finds Vincent.
2 minutes remaining.
Reeves with it.
2 minutes.
And it's Hachimura in the corner. No good on the three. Outside, Beal. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Well, this is how Bradley Beal just makes it impossible to guard him. 3-level scorer. This time he goes to the inside game. Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
O'Neal's checked in for Kevin Durant. The Lakers also changing it up. Jackson Hayes comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Vincent.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside, O'Neal. To the paint, trying to find Martin. He's got it now. The shot, no good. Great D that time from James. Doncic with it. Now Beal defending. Hachimura, no good. And it's Jones with the ball for Phoenix. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
And LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James, one of the great showmen to ever lace them up. How about that finish, folks?
Here's Beal. Softly drops in the floater. Beal's got 4 this quarter.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers lead by 3. A chance now to send it over to David. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello and welcome. LeBron James in the spotlight again. He has been getting it done.
You like how he's attacking on the interior, going after those high-quality looks. I mean, they tried to hassle him defensively, but to no avail.
Yeah, many of his points came in heavy traffic. Something he better get used to. Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
When you have two players going at each other like this, it becomes a point of pride. That's when the sparks fly.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at James, what a contribution.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Tyus Jones out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Durant, then it's Plumlee, and it's Martin in at the small forward spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And the dunk by LeBron.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Suns trail by 5. You know, Doris, you think back to the Suns in the NBA Finals not too long ago. How quickly things can change in this NBA.
Wow. Kevin, success in the NBA is fragile, it's tenuous, and it's never guaranteed despite past success. The Suns shook up their core after losing in the finals, just trying to get over the hump. But that delicate balance obviously hasn't worked out. They're competitors in the West, but can they get to the ultimate prize?
Hayes, no good. Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. For the tie, here's KD. Kicks it out to Jones. For the lead, Hachimura grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And Mike Budenholzer is called a timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time and through the fire. Hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Durant driving the lane. Drops in the layup for 2. Durant's got 11.
It is unfair that a 7-footer can be that smooth, that agile off the bounce. Kevin Durant doing some nice work.
Here's Reeves. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 4. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
Here's Durant. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Lakers leading by 4. Reeves left side. Back to Hachimura. Shoots the 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic. He's coming off an excellent season. First in scoring. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him. And you can't even really contain him. Allen's checked in for Martin. And the Lakers also making a change. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura. You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around. And Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
Durant, no good.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Out to Doncic. Takes the 3. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Jones. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, that's a cagey move right there. Tyus Jones showing no fear.
Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Plumlee sets the pick for Allen. Lets it go with a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. James outside. It's
oh my God.
Here's the break. Here's Durant. Straight to the bucket. Durant.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
Here's Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Beal. LeBron grabs the miss. James has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Hayes. And here is Doncic. Over Durant. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So for the Lakers right now, in it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Vincent is out there with Connect, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 5 spot.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silent since.
Pass to Hachimura. Here's Connect. Dunn covering. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith. Got it from 16 feet. Finney-Smith's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. And it's Richards, top of the key. Allen up top, defended by Vincent. Here's KD. Durant going to work inside.
Kevin Durant has absorbed a big-time scoring role everywhere he's been. This guy is so special offensively.
Vincent misses.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Shot from 16, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And that's a good shot for him. He can shoot it over almost anyone.
You want that mid-range game in your arsenal. You can't just be about threes and dunks. Sometimes this is a
good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And it's done penetrating. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Pass to Vincent. Lakers passing it around. Back to LeBron. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You know, LeBron James has been fouled so many times in his career, it doesn't even faze him anymore. There is no stopping this guy.
And the Suns here with a different look. Plumlee, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Cody Martin comes in for O'Neal. Beal's checked in for Dunn. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Grayson Allen. The Lakers also making some changes. Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Vincent. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Now coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball, don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. The shot's good. Durant's got 19 points.
You love the efficiency of that play. Kevin Durant on the interior. Yes, sir.
Doncic against Jones. On the wing, James. Doncic trying to get open. And James with the basket on the assist by Reeves. Reeves has got his third assist on the night. Beal gets a wide open look. And he's good on the three ball.
Key buckets from Beal. How about that under pressure?
Doncic against Jones. And it's Doncic missing. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Suns. Trailing by 5. And the shot goes down.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA. And if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Doncic showing his strength.
Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
And Beal gets to Durant. Fires for 3. Beal can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Hachimura. From past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
And this is what we're seeing. Rui Hachimura understanding I've got to expand my range. This is huge for his development.
Here's Jones. Here's KD. Off target at the rim. Lakers leading by 8. And it's Hachimura penetrating. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Lakers.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game of peace. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Well, as good a playmaker as there is in the game for his teammates, Tyus Jones so solid with the basketball.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Doncic. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Luka Doncic has established himself as a perennial candidate for MVP. He controls the game with the basketball in his hands. He is an incredible driver, and he makes the game easy for the guys around him.
Got it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Luka Doncic, 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. It's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Timeout call, the Suns. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
First personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for the Lakers.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that stretches their lead to 8. And so the Lakers take the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And we thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying...
Coming up next, the Cavaliers taking on the Lakers for the... Welcome, everybody. Thanks for... And with the new season just underway, Richard, you can feel the excitement around the league.
It's one of my favorite times of the year, BA. And after all the hard work these guys put in during the offseason, now we get to see if it's paid off.
Here are the 5 for the Lakers. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Austin Reeves out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5. Hachimura outside. Pass to James. Reeves against Mobley. From deep, here's Doncic. The rebound by Allen. And it's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
The efficiency of Garland is something. This man believes that he can make every shot.
Poke loose. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Garland against Doncic. And the shot is good by Garland.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Some things change, but LeBron stays the same. Still the same leader on the floor. The same player. It is truly impressive.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. How about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he's still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
And it's good for 2.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Now here's Garland. Fires the 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. He spoke about LeBron James' ability to completely control the game. They want to set the pace for themselves and make LeBron and his guys play catch-up. Coach said we have to play our brand of basketball and not worry about who's on the other side. Play our game, set the pace, and we should be all right. Back to you, B.A.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James. Doncic has got his second bucket on the night.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Outside Mitchell. This one for three. Doncic pulls down the board.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
James inside. Started by Kuro. James can't get it to go. Mobley outside. Back to Garland. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize. But I love his aggressiveness.
Kicks it to Doncic. And the layup is good off the glass. Doncic has got 6. 1:52 left in the first quarter. RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state of the art. And it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
Hunters checked in for the Cavs. Strus comes in for Okoro. Finney-Smith checked in for the Lakers. Kennard comes in for Reeves. Doncic, good.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Garland. Doncic with a block. James outside. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Known as a point forward, James excels at facilitating the offense and making his teammates better. One of the best to ever do it.
Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Got a piece of it. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Doncic's shot is good.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
From deep, Mitchell hits the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic, just like Mitchell.
And the shot goes down.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Cavaliers trail by 3. Outside Strus. Back to Garland. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Reeves, the pass to Vincent. Just 1 second separating the shot clock in the game.
Come on.
Outside Reeves. Clock at 6. From outside the arc. Vincent can't hit. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Los Angeles Lakers. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. Back after. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Gabe Vincent out there with Austin Reeves. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Connect. And it's Finney-Smith in at the center position. Here's Merrill. And the 3 off target. The Lakers lead by 3. Here's Reeves. Uses the glass on the layup. Reeves has got his first basket.
Nice concentration from Reeves. Never loses focus despite the contact.
Here's Jerome. No points yet. To the middle. Here's Hunter. Rebounded by the Lakers. Their last game, a win against the Suns, looking to carry it into this one.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Jerome. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York. Here's Mobley. And he lays it up and in.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
Richard, no doubt about the upside of Evan Mobley. What's his best position, you think, though?
Defensively, he can guard 1 through 5. He is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every single year. But offensively, unless he improves his three-point shot, he is most likely going to be more of a 5. If he wants to play the 4, he's got to be able to stretch it from 3.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. A different look for Cleveland. Okoro is checked in for Strus. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Merrill. And Garland is subbed in for Jerome. Here's Doncic. And Doncic with the jam.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Following this game, they host the Magic. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Oh, Mitchell with the smooth stroke from distance.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Doncic on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists now in this one. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Mitchell. Doncic against Garland. Okoro outside. Count that one. Okoro's got his first 2 points of the night.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Doncic finds James. Doncic against Garland. James passes to Doncic. Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Drops in the 3.
Damn.
Mitchell's got 13 now.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
From deep, here's Doncic. Doncic delivers from range.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Mobley outside. Pass to Mitchell. Over Reeves. Mitchell misses.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
It's James with the drive. And it's James with the jam.
Okay, King James. Look, there is no stopping Bron when he gets on the bounce.
Garland scanning the floor. The 3 is up. The shot won't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
5 games in and it's not been fun.
Happy you could join us. First up, let's talk about the players of the week. For the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No surprise to see Giannis take home the award. It's almost a surprise when he doesn't win it. Very impressive. Lately, he's been at his very best, which for him is as good as it possibly gets.
And turning now to the game we've been watching, Luka Doncic has been lighting it up.
It's been Luka time. Get him the ball, let him make a play for himself, for others on the glass. He does everything for them.
It certainly has been all about cool hand Luka tonight. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
Damn, 22 points. Not bad.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Okoro in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
First one falls for him.
A pure 5. Jared Allen isn't trying to shoot a bunch of threes. He bangs down low, he rebounds, protects the paint. He is a rare breed.
That one's no good.
Allen is a monster on the glass and continues to improve as a scorer.
Mobley, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
James passes to Doncic. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Good on the second one.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. On the wing, Mitchell. Mitchell down low.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his 3rd foul so far. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Here's James. Sinks that one from the post. James has got 7.
He's thinking it's time to put the nail in the coffin, and I like it. And until they stop him, he's going to keep going to the bucket every single time down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Shooting 1.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Give me 1 second, please.
And with the bulk of the season still ahead, let's take a look at how the power rankings are starting to come together. You take a look at Brooklyn. They
Yeah, I'm
pulled
way down
themselves
there.
up to the second place spot.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they haven't been impressive, and they have no one but themselves to blame. Hopefully, they can start to turn it around soon.
Here's Doncic. Doncic throws it down.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
Pass to Allen. Mobley outside. Back to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
He gives up a bit of size in the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Doncic outside. Nice finish from Luka.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
And as defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring, Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt, waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Here's Garland. Good D by Doncic.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And Doncic hammers it home.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Here's Garland. And off the glass. That one's good. Garland's got 8 points.
He's just a crafty ball handler that does a great job of selling his move. Garland, this man will hit the break, stop, and pop.
Here's Hachimura. Oh, and Mobley with the block. And they get it back. The shot by James, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you combine his length and leaping ability, Allen is a ridiculous locker.
Doncic. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. That one's on Darius Garland.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. Finney-Smith's checked in for the Lakers. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Finney-Smith passes to Reeves. Outside Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Here's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 5 assists tonight.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Pass to Mobley. Back to Hunter. Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Reeves. Mitchell, good.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Oh, look at Luka taking the contact.
Have we hit 30 points
strong.
yet?
And man,
let's look. We gotta see. $37.
He in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Garland, the pass to Hunter. Mobley with it. Allen a screen. The 3-ball. Tries again. The putback. They had a number of cracks at it. Just came away empty-handed. Here's Finney Smith. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Lets a floater go. And that one's good. Garland's got 4 points now in the quarter. James, left side. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic.
I got the shot off, too.
He has been the story for the Lakers. He's nearing the 40-point mark, just getting whatever shot he wants. We'll be right back.
I kind of like doing the random games better than doing
this.
this.
To the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Gabe Vincent out there with Connect. And it's Finney Smith in at the 5. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Oh, what a finish. Rui showing off that athletic ability.
Cavaliers trail by 8. Pass to Garland. Here's Okoro. Takes a 3. Vincent grabs a miss. Now, here is James. Physical play by LeBron inside.
Yeah, just too much big boy basketball by LeBron James, just bodying defenders inside.
Garland, the pass to Hunter. Now Okoro. Here's Wade. Pass to Hunter. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, sweet move. And he takes it up and lays it in.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
A different look for Cleveland. Jared Allen comes in for Wade. And it's Strus in for Hunter. Hayes is checked in for Los Angeles. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what JJ Redick was going over with his team. Despite the lead, coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Jerome passes to Garland. Over connect. Garland, no good. The Lakers lead by 8. Hachimura outside. Pass to Hayes. Launches a 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Jerome. Cashes in the 12-footer. James with the ball. Pass to connect. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Hachimura. Here's James. LeBron gets the bucket inside.
Look, LeBron James is just dominant in every aspect of the game. Look, he just bodies people and able to get a second look.
For Los Angeles, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Pass to Vincent. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Hachimura from long range. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And here's Strus outside. And it's Connect with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Tipped. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
He had the right idea.
Holy
just
crap.
couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And we've got a timeout call by J.J. J.J. Redick. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. So a different look for Cleveland. Mobley.
Yeah, I kind of like doing the
for
random
Strus.
games
And
rather than
Donovan
the.
Mitchell subbed in for Jerome. Reeves is checked in for Los Angeles. Luka Doncic comes in for Vincent. James finds Doncic. The shot's good on the assist by James.
They're doing the franchise in this.
James has got 6 assists here tonight. Cavaliers trail by 11.
I don't know. Maybe after I play it a few times, I'll be
Garland for
okay.
3. Nails it from 3.
Hitting them right back. Garland fires off the three-point answer.
And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. And Doncic hammers it home.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Mobley. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from James.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Lakers.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And what a huge performance it was for Luka Doncic.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The 3 is up. LeBron with the rebound. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Doncic outside. Over Garland. A rare miss for him. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can
Not
feel
really.
a little sweeter. This one has
That
to
was
feel
terrible.
extra special.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson.
We should be able to get at least one more, maybe 2 more in. Hopefully.
And just a minute or 2 here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. And these 2 teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Hachimura out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. And that one's good by LeBron.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
Now here's Barnes. Quickly finds Ingram. Now Dick. And the dunk by Dick.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Quickly against Doncic. Back to Hayes. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Hayes.
Don't know what you're thinking, but you got to get out on that or Luka gonna cook you.
Quickly the pass to Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And Clark for the Lakers. The last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
Here's quickly Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket. And that one's good. Barnes has got 5 now.
This is something Barnes needs to keep working on. When he's hitting from 3, this guy is almost unguardable.
The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Quickly against Doncic. Barnes right side. Shoots over Hachimura. Barnes can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And the dunk by Hachimura.
That is big time by Hachimura. No mercy at all.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Raptors head coach had to say when we talked earlier. Their plan defensively is to try to make LeBron into a jump shooter. Now, coach said many teams plan that, but it rarely works out. You have to fully commit to it. Of course, that means LeBron will be getting all of their attention. Guys?
Thank you, David. Los Angeles making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. And here's Ingram from the arc. Lakers leading by 4. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport. The Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another injury. Michael Jordan.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
And the first one drops. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Quickly kicks to Purdy. That shot missing. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to Charlotte. Here's James, and he slams it down right on top of Brandon Ingram.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's quickly. Still scoreless. 1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, James. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. James has got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside.
Yeah, now
the
I can
defense
play.
Struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that,
For the most part.
takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Gotta love the control Ingram has with the basketball.
And Doncic throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Tick can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 8. wing, Reeves. Dick defending. LeBron dishes to Doncic. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 10 points for him.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Ingram. Lakers with the rebound. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
7 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The three for Doncic. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Getting downhill has really been impressive to me. Not settling from the outside. They're going right to the rack.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Austin Reeves out there with Gabe Vincent. Then it's Connect. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Finney Smith in at the center position. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Shed. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Vanderbilt against Ingram. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it last. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And that matchup against the Sixers, it will be the 9th bit of action for them during this young season. Every game a step closer to the finish line.
Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith from 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Lakers leading by 10. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack it.
Now, here's Barrett. 32 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. And the dunk by Boucher.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hand.
And so it's the Lakers with it after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
Now here's Ingram. Last time out he had 13 points. And he gets it back. And slammed up by Ingram.
Ingram clearly on the attack there, not allowing the defense to do anything with that dunk.
Pass to Hayes. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Here's the floater. And Curls sends it back. Ingram attacking. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Alton Connect picks one up.
Hey, when Ingram is in attack mode, he forces the defense's hand, literally. Good job drawing the foul.
And the Raptors with some changes. Barnes comes in for Chris Boucher. And quickly in for Barrett. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. LeBron, he's checked in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Gabe Vincent.
Doncic giving you the full package. Superstar for sure.
And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Now we get a chance to check out some numbers for Scotty Barnes.
Coming off a terrific season, averaged about 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
Now here's Barnes. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte.
And 3 blocks on the
God
game as
damn.
well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively. Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA, had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
It was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Here's LeBron, following the basket by Scotty Barnes. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to James. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter. Raptors trail by 4. To the inside from the low block. And it's Dick getting it to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this one. Just too many good looks from in close.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for the Raptors. The Lakers also with a sub. Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Doncic kicks to James. Back to Doncic. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Barrett.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Barnes looking around. And he drives in. He nails it.
Come on.
Barnes has got 12 points in the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
LeBron passes to Hachimura. James, the bounce pass. Hachimura finds Doncic. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Hachimura against Barnes. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense, Barnes, he can be a producer.
Doncic, no good. The Raptors have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. "15 seconds left in the first half. From 12 feet out. Rebound the Lakers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
Well, if you only looked at talent alone, you would have thought they would have avoided a sweep, but that wasn't the case, was it?
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Lakers on top, up 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Taking a look at the Raptors, the season is still young, but they're wasting no time climbing the rankings, making a statement with their early play. These guys are not messing around.
Yeah, technical. And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
Only have 2 words for you. Elbow.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer.
Oh, what
David
the
Oak.
hell?
David.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Ingram kicks to quickly. Launches a 3. And it's Ingram missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I'll tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all 3 levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Quickly the pass to Barnes. Quickly setting the pick for Barnes. And again, Toronto no up.
Since halftime, scoreless in their first 5 attempts. It's been ugly.
Reeves can't hit.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Barnes outside to stop the run. Dick can't get it to go. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Now Barnes. He's got 14. Takes a 3. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this season.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Let's check in for Barnes. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
James kicks to Doncic. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
And Pirtle sends it back. Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Ingram right side. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura.
Number 17, Dorian Finney-Smith.
Lakers on D. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, where there's a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting. Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
5 to shoot. And a deep 3 from Doncic. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's Dick. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
So much balance when Dick's in the air. Always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
Doncic muscles past the defense.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Quickly the pass to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Doncic kicks to James. Back to Doncic. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have...
And it's blocked. And they'll get another chance. Here's Barrett. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Los Angeles. Vincent comes in for Luka Doncic. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Connect, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles leading by 3. Up top, Reeves. Pass to Vincent. Vanderbilt with it. Shot clock at 6. Alter pulls it in. Here's Abaji. It's Barrett on the wing. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Lakers lead by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Rui Hachimura out there with Connect. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Vincent in at the 1. Pass to Ingram. Here's Shed. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hachimura the pass to Finney-Smith. Connect with it. And he banks in the layup. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, you look at the form on Ingram's catch-and-shoot jumpers, it's textbook. He's got excellent posture. His hands are in a good position. And most importantly, he's ready to shoot it when he catches it.
Here's Doncic. Alter pulls it in.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Barrett, no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's Finney-Smith, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Props to Finney-Smith. I mean, going up strong, earned himself a trip to the line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
I love the way they're finishing, penetrating, getting downhill,
we got
taking
one.
the game to their opponents. They've been the aggressors, and that's been impressive.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Rui Hachimura. LeBron comes in for Connect. And it's Austin Reeves in for Gabe Vincent. And Hayes kicks to Finney-Smith. Reeves the pass to Finney-Smith. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's James. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Ingram. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Doncic. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hachimura is checked in. Ingram against James. Got a piece of it.
Important that Hachimura continues to make an impact on the defensive end. Terrific block right there. And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Here's James, and he slams it down right on top of Brandon Ingram.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim runner.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is showtime stuff there.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. They were asking the team to play faster, push the ball. Coach told their players, hey, look, in this league, fast break points are the easiest. We need more of them. Can't argue with that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Shot from 12. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Ingram knocking down the long two. He's extremely effective from there.
Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely. Over Pirtle. Hayes, no good.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Well, you know, Ingram's length is really an asset inside. It allows him to work over and around defenders.
Doncic kicks to Hachimura. Doncic against Barnes. Doncic bullies the D inside.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Got it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 6 in the bucket from Ingram.
Ingram not getting overtaken by the height of the moment. Nailing the shot in the face of the defense because his poise and composure is top level.
The Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Here's Dick. He's defended by Reed. Clock at 6. Quickly kicks to Barnes. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
Ingram is used to providing big baskets for his team. I mean, a dominating performer comes up big in an effortless way in these moments.
And here is Los Angeles now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic throws it down.
No better guy to take the big shot. Luka completely unfazed.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Second chance shot. And the rejection by James.
What timing by James on the denial. His hand is right there at the exact moment it needs to be.
13 fouls.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. And the Raptors call time here. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
$16 seconds left in the fourth. Brings it from downtown.
And Pirtle sees a guy on his team open. He finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Taking 2 shots.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Ingram passes to Quickly. Lets the 3 fly. A shot missing. And so the Lakers take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sport.
I'll take a 4-2 start. All right, everybody. On that note, I'm getting out of here for the evening. I want to thank everybody that came in, the likes, comments, shares. As always, it's appreciated. Sorry I wasn't talking as much as I should have been. I kind of get hyper-focused on the game and I forget to talk. So I do apologize for that. But I will be back tomorrow afternoon.